In this video, I'm going to explain supply chain management. So this is the landing page. As we can see here, this cloud app is shown in dark red colors. It means that this module is currently active. This is the brand's landing page. I've made some changes to the reports section. Reports are displayed like this. There's a search feature. User can also refresh the records. User can add new fields on the report pane. For example, when I click description, it will load the description on the report. If I don't want to see this particular data, I can just hide this and it will go away. Here, user can sort number of records he would like to see on the page. I've selected hundreds. It says showing 1 to 70 of 70 rows. So I can see all the available data now. If I just select 10, then the number of rows will get divided into pages, and I can access different pages from here from the right hand side. User can also print the data, and user can search for a particular entry. If I just type something, it will only give me that particular data. User can also sort this data in ascending or descending order. When I click by clicking here at the top of this columns, so when I click these, for example, if I click on this brand name, as we can see, this descending order icon has been highlighted in blue. It means it is currently sorting the data in descending order for this particular column brand name. If I click here again, it will sort the data in the ascending order. The same goes for each of the columns. So this was a report section. Here in the drop down list, as we can see, I've imported this data from Cybertel. I've created a test entry called test1. I'll go ahead and create another test entry just to show how this works. I'll click create a new record with the same name, test1, and when I click save, it will give me an error. It says the brand name you have entered already exists. Please enter a different name. So now I'm going to create a new entry, test2. Now I'm going to upload some images. Before I do that, I'll just remove old files from this folder. As you can see, there are no images inside this brands folder, no images and no videos. So when I upload new files here, and when I click start upload, this files will get uploaded into that specific directory. User can also drag and drop images within this section, and user can change the view. At the default view is images are shown as thumbnails. I'll also upload so when I click on this button start upload, it will upload this images. As we can see, the images have now been uploaded. The same goes for videos. I'm just going to upload this video here. As we can see, the video has also been uploaded successfully. Inside this image uploader section, user will not be able to upload videos. If user tries to upload a video, he will get an error. It says file extension error. So I've entered data in all the fields. Now I'm just going to click save. As we can see, it has created a new record successfully. When user hits save button, this drop down list will refresh automatically, and user will be able to see the data. User will not have to refresh the whole page. Here, as we can see, a new record called test2 has been created. And the images and videos have also been entered successfully in the database. It also shows the date and time when it was uploaded and uploaded by which particular user. It stores the name of the file and its size. Now I'm going to edit this data just to show how the edit functionality works. I'll rename this test2 record to test3. These were the files that I uploaded earlier. When I can either mark images as main image, or I can also remove the selected images. Now when I click save, it says record updated successfully. This drop down list will reload automatically, and user will be able to see the fresh data. So as we can see, test2 has been renamed to test3. All the successful messages will be showed in the green color, and error messages will be shown in light red color. So I earlier removed one of the images, and I marked this bird image as the main image. So as we can see, this bird.jpg has been marked as main image, and the other image along with it has been removed now. So this was the edit part functionality. Now I'm going to explain how to delete the data. So when user clicks on delete button, a pop-up in Web Innov8 colors will be displayed to the user. It asks, are you sure you want to delete this record? And this is the name of the record, test3. There's a note below. It says, please note this cannot be undone. So if I click cancel, nothing will happen. I'll come back to the normal screen. But if I hit delete button, then this record will get deleted from the database, and the page will scroll up automatically, and it shows record deleted successfully. This drop down list will reload automatically, and I will no longer be able to see test3 entry. As you can see, the test3 has been deleted. Here I'll be able to see other test records in this particular report. As we can see, there are these two test entries available right now, test1 and test002. I'll delete this before we go live. So this was brands. Now I'll explain supplier definitions. the definitions that we enter here will get will be displayed on supply management page. So the create, edit, delete, report functionality pretty much works in the same way across the entire build. I forgot to explain how this view inactive functionality works. So I'll go back to brands again. I'll select this record called test1. I'm going to mark these as inactive, and when I click save, it says record updated successfully, and I will no longer be able to see test1 in this active list. Here it says active list. It means it will only show active data. So as we can see, I'm only able to see test002 record. Now when I click on this view inactive drop down list, it will show me all the view inactive data. So it says inactive list, and below that, inside that, I can see test1. So, and this mark as inactive button is also checked. This means that this particular record has been marked as inactive. So these was view inactive functionality. I'm just going to delete this entry now. So I'll quickly create few supply definitions. This data already exists here, so I'll create test1, and in order method I'll create another record test2. So test2 has been added here, test1 has been added here. This is a supplier's written policy. This is the text editor. I'm just going to create a new policy 2. I can mark this bold inactive. I can change formatting. I can use this options to manipulate this data. This is a proper text editor. Now when I click save, it says record added successfully. As we can see, policy 2 has been added here. Now I'll be able to see all this data here on the supplier management page. So when I click create, as we can see, test1 is available here. I earlier created this definition inside supply definitions page, and I'll create a test record called test20. I've used proper validations everywhere, so it will not accept any duplicate entries. The scroll bar, I've used invisible scroll bars, so only when we hover over this particular section, the scroll bars will appear, otherwise it will disappear. It just saves a lot of space. If I use a username that already exists in the database, then it will give me an error. For example, webmaster username already exists, so it says it's not available. Also the email address, if the format is not correct, it says please enter valid email address. I'm getting an error here again in valid email format. So if I enter a correct email format, it will accept these. It now says it's available. It says available. So these were supply information. These are the few brands this supplier deals with. Supplier personal information. I can add as many personnels I want, and I can then assign them to a particular department. I can add new section by clicking on this plus button. So I'll just then this is supply address section. There are 4 sections in supply addresses. There's head office, sales, finance, and purchasing. So I can like toggle on, I can click and it will open that particular section. So I'll first fill out information in this head office container. If the address for all the address for all this all the addresses are same, then user can just click on this button, copy head office address, and it will copy the data automatically on to all the fields. The same goes for finance. The user just have to click on this particular button and it will copy the data. So this was supplier personnel. Now commercial terms. I have to choose a currency. Here I can either choose existing policy or create a new policy. So I'm just going to choose the policy which I created earlier, policy 2. These are financial terms. User can add as many terms as he wants. If I click on this minus button, then it will remove that particular section. These are financial information. Inside VAT, we have these regions: EU VAT registered, UK VAT, and EU VAT registered and UK VAT registered. So for UK VAT registered, UK VAT registration number is required and start date is required. When user clicks on this button, a calendar pops up and he can select a date. These are return schemes: monthly cash accounting, standard cash accounting. If user selects EU VAT registered, then UK VAT registration number is not required. But if he selects this option, both, then all the fields are required. This is what we discussed earlier. So I'm just going to select this test data. Ordering method. These are blank at the moment, and this is WAMA. So as we can see, I've entered all the required information for suppliers. Now when I click save, it says record added successfully. A new record has been created. We can view this record in this drop down list, and it has stored all the data. I can also delete this particular entry by clicking on this delete button. It says, are you sure you want to delete this record? And when I hit delete, It says record deleted successful. So this was suppliers. um, I have courier. I earlier worked on DHL APIs, and that is ready. You gave me a screenshot of a tracking number, but that was from UPS. I've got DHL APIs ready. I have that here in this folder, and it tracks the. I think it works properly. It gives accurate data information regarding the courier. So this was suppliers. I'll now export this video and send it to you. Thanks.